Hey, this is Jennifer, and I want to give you a quick tip on how to quickly create a QR code and a URL shortener to share websites, whether it's a Google form or a website to specific information or a YouTube video. This is a simple, fast way to make an access point that is very easy to give to other people so they can access your information. So we're going to use an extension that attaches to Google Chrome. So you'll need a Google account for that. So that could be your Gmail, or you could create a Google account by just going to Google.com and creating an account. So you'll sign in to Chrome, and we'll need to access the Chrome Web Store. So I'm going to open up a new tab, and I'm going to come all the way to the left-hand side where it says Apps. And the first thing I see is going to be like a little shopping bag, and that's the web store. So I'm going to select that. Now, an extension is just a little additional piece of functionality that you can use, some little software pieces that makes your Chrome run better than it has. These little bits of extra, and this is one of them. It's called Goo.gl URL shorteners. But if you type in just Goo.gl URL and click enter, then that's enough information to search. So under the extensions, the first one we see is the one that we want, and it's got like a little vise, like it's squishing a box. All the way on the right hand side, you're going to see an add to Chrome option, and we want to select that blue button. And it says, are you sure? And I say, yes, I'm going to add that extension. And you'll notice that up near where my URL is, if you go out to the right, you'll see some little icons. Those are all my extensions that I've added. And this last little vise with the green box is the URL shortener we just added to Chrome. So I'm going to X that box out and go back to my form that I want to share. Now notice that all of my extensions are still there, including that URL shortener. So this long website right here is what I want to share. I don't want to try to type that in and give that to somebody. So I'm just going to click on the URL shortener, and it gives me a shortened web address that would be very simple to share, much easier to remember than that long, big set of numbers and letters. Right underneath it, you'll see a little link that says not added to history. This is a great little option. If you want to track the number of people that are accessing your website, you can use this link and sign in, and it tracks the number of people that hit your website. So this would be great if I made a form and I want all 150 of my students to access it. I can see how many of my students have accessed it and whether or not they're all doing it. Or if I'm sharing out a website that I want just strangers to come to, I'm just trying to disseminate information, this would be a great way to track how many people are actually finding that website, almost like hits on YouTube. So great little tool for that. So I have the shortened URL, but what if I need a QR code? Well, down here at the bottom of the box, I can select the word QR code, and there it is. And this is the perfect QR code now to add to a newsletter or put in the newspaper, post on a bulletin board. Very simple to do. All I have to do is right click on the image and save it on my computer like I would any other file. But it's a pretty small file. If I was organically in class trying to share something with students who had an iPad or a QR code reader, I'd want it to be bigger. So if I click on the QR code, it opens in its own tab and it's small. But if you look up here in the URL, you'll see that the size is 150 by 150. I'm going to change that to 500 by 500 and click enter. And now I get a much larger QR code. Again, I could right click and save it so I could put it in other places, whether I wanted to print it or put it on a website, or if I'm just organically trying to share in class, this would be big enough for the kids in the back of the class to be able to snag from their QR code reader. I hope that you find this helpful. I really love this shortener. I use it all the time because I like to share stuff in multiple ways. So this is easy to get two options, the shortened URL and the QR code, so that it meets everybody's information access needs. I hope you find this helpful. Have a great day.
If you want to learn more, visit my website at www.teachinnovate.learn.com.